Morning, it's Thursday morning, the 16th of November. The day before I go on my jollies. Treated ourselves, we're off away for a fortnight. We usually go away for a week at this time of year, but we're going for 2 weeks, so you'll be watching this when I get back. And yeah, beautiful sunrise. In fact, it was brighter about 5 minutes ago, but I had to go find my bloody camera and to show you lot. Yeah, red sky at morning, shepherd's warning. And I think there's another storm coming, so yeah, it's just been a, well, a twat of a year, hasn't it? Christ almighty, I mean, unnecessary work, waiting, you know, getting rained off, waiting for stuff to dry out, then drilling it, and then it getting bloody swamped out and ruined. It's just been, yeah, my uncle said yesterday, don't worry about it. You know, it's just weather, innit? He told Nicola, he says, well, what's point in worrying? It's weather. But it will be crippling for some folk. It will financially crippling some folk. People with a lot of taters in ground, or a lot of wheat wasted, a lot of corn wasted, you know. Our oilseed rate, we've only got, well, a little bit more than half of it left. Rest of it's been eaten by flea beetle and flooded off. Winter wheat, half of it good, half of it medium. Well, quarter of it ruined, to be honest. Barley ain't so bad because we got that drilled early and it got established before it came wet, but yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? And it just feels a little bit more wintry and all, a little bit colder. Talk of frost up north, north of Scotland could get some keen frost. So is winter going, winter on its way. But yeah, like I said before, farming is the best job in the world and the bloody worst job in the world. When you're sort of ticking boxes and getting jobs done and making yourself a bit of money, it's a good job. But when you're working for Nout and making work, and yeah, it's a plain job. So, but anyway. I hope it's the 2nd of December. I'm just fresh back off my jollies to freezing fog, -4 this morning it was, for a bit of a shock to the system at Manchester Airport at 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, coming from sort of 26, 28, 30 degrees to -4 at Manchester. But yeah, I've got a bit of a new arrival turned up a couple of 3 days ago. I think she is okay as well. I'm just a bit wary about, it's just one out at Fat Yard, an heifer out at Fat Yard, and we're a bit wary of her yet. We think she's okay, but only a tiny calf, but quite a strong little girl. Yeah, I think she's doing all right. Definitely suckling, so yeah, quite a pleasant surprise, really. But what we'll do with her, I don't know. Whether, I don't know, really. I don't really want her among Herefords, but we might put her to bull again. We'll see how she goes. See how her temperament. See her temperament first. One little girl who's missed me, ain't you? When I first saw her this morning, Christ, she made a fuss. My mum's been looking after her and really made a fuss. So yeah, I think she's settled down a little bit actually. She just seems a bit more mellow and chilled out. Go on then. And we've educated it to ride on pick-up floor rather than all of it back seats, because she was making a terrible mess. So we're just trying to drum a few rules into her. Are we? No, don't go on seats. That's one rule. Very, very bleak. Just sort of walking, now I'm back off my jollies, just walking over some land, sort of making a bit of forward planning really, and bought me my fork with me to just sort of do a bit of test digging, and it's just starting to thaw. This field here hasn't been hadn't had any cultivation for the last, bloody hell, I think it's 4 years. And look, we're starting to sort of change. Look, plenty of worms, channels. Bloody worms galore. But I really don't know whether it's the answer, because the yield wise, I mean, this is heavy land what we're trying to clean up with spring corn, with spring barley, and yield wise, if you get 2 tonne you've done very, very well. Which in, I don't know, we were planning on putting 6-row barley in, either Raphael the variety or Kingsbarn, because it has got a bit of a blackgrass issue, and tried to smother the blackgrass issue, but it's a lot cleaner than I thought. There is bits and pieces of blackgrass coming, but not bad at all, and they seem to be in banks as well. They seem to be in like an area like that, you know, like that, and then clean elsewhere. Another one there, look. So, but we were planning on 6-row barley, but have another dig here. Oh, she's still a bit solid. Yeah, it's quite a lot of activity, really. Look at that. That's a bloody great wormhole. It's a big worm what's done that bugger, isn't it? But I think, like, it's only, like, I've been away a fortnight. It's only about 3 weeks, a month ago, where this was totally flooded. It was totally underwater, and it's recovered fairly well. But there's not an helping hell as getting it drilled with back end corn now. In my opinion, it's a little bit late for barley as well. I think you'd be, I don't know, I've heard people drilling spring barley, but this next time needs a leg through it. It just needs a little bit of cultivation, a low disturbance leg, just to sort of move a bit of that structure. Not blow it to bits, but move that structure. So yeah, I'm just having a walk about, seeing what's what. I was hoping it was going to be a bit clearer, but no, quite pleased with that. Just needs round-upping off. Like I said, a low disturbance leg through it, whether I drill straight behind or, and yeah, better condition than I thought. Yep. Just in a field of cassia winter barley, and it's a little bit thin on headlands where we've paddled a bit, but bloody hell, it looks fantastic. And a bit last year we grow cassia, because I think you could have got seed last year, but we've knocked it on head. What's our Ollie done? He's got a 4 metre stretch right down a 27-acre field. We're now in it, so don't know what went wrong there. Either fan hadn't worked or metering system wasn't going round, but something's adrift. And I don't know why he's done that, because our box tells us without him drilling. But anyway, I can't really comment, because last year I drilled two strips of oilseed rape. But no, it looks fantastic, this cassia. We've knocked cassia on head, like I said, and we've gone for a variety called Tardis. Just, I don't know, I think it's a relation of cassia as well. It's a cassia cross. But yeah, this a land called a block of land called Burnby, a place called Burnby, should I say. And through talking to a mate of mine, he said they've been approached. Everybody's getting approached in area about this solar panel job. But Christ almighty, if we all go down that route, you know, the nation will be hungry, won't it? Because the nation can't eat electricity. It just don't add up to me. I don't know. Like, we're in an area where there's a big substation being built and developed. There's one there now, but they're developing it bigger. They just want all the farmers around here to put bloody solar panels. So I don't know. But yeah, quite pleased with this barley, I really am. And yeah, in conversation we also said, you become not a farmer, you know, it'll be more money. I know you can go out and buy more land, but if everybody's doing the same in area, land's going to get very dear, innit? if everybody's got surplus income. But yeah, very pleased. This is our problem up here as well. We've got springs. It's like the foot of the wolds where we are now. I know you can't see Nackall. It might be just a total waste of time, me telling you, but the Yorkshire Wolds there, and the Vale of York is down there. And we're only, I don't know how many feet above sea level. I won't say many though, where I'm stood here, and there's water coming up, and I really do not understand how these springs work. You know, how water just makes its way to the top at that position every year, you know. Tell me, educate me. And there's another one up top at field which floods about 2 acre out. What we were going to do, we talked about putting a pipe from that hedge there right up here, and just put a drain in, one single drain, to try and dry these areas out. But we did plan on putting this in with second wheat, but I don't know, the blackgrass issue, look at that, it's bloody terrible, you know, with it being a wet back end, and everything's grown, which is good for sort of getting probably spring oats in here next year. And clear it up, you know, have another good kill. But Christ, it's like a lawn, it really is. But this is at Simba Solo Cross. So, and you would say it's Simba Solo's quite a brutal piece of equipment, but looking at that, I would say it lands fairly open. Oh, there's a little one worm there, but there's plenty of worm channels, as though there is activity. Christ, it's clarty though, look. I'm glad it's frosty, because my boots would be lost on weight. God, I'm knackered. We'd eaten too many steaks and drunk too much San Miguel. Because yeah, I've had my share of that. This was the field. Before I went on my holiday, I drove off. In fact, I said to our Oliver, I said I won't even monitor it for slugs because I think it's wrote off. And because it's quite a way and you have to walk to it now. Can't even get pick up. You could come with your dad's buggy, but it's quite a way. But look, we had 50 mil of rain one Saturday night. You've probably seen one of my previous videos. And there's a hell of a lot of channels where it's found a low bit to run down, right down to the bottom of the field. But yeah, it looks pretty good. But what I'm gonna do when it's no good today, because you'll see now, but I've got a drone, I'm gonna put that up and have a look down on a clear day from high up and see how bad it looks. But I know it's this week's covered in frost, but you can see drill seams, which is promising. And I think looking around, the majority of the field looks fairly good. So yeah, I'm really shocked actually. You know, because them thin bits will tiller massively. You know, to instead of putting 3 or 4 tillers out, it could put a dozen out. But yeah, when I sprayed it, Christ almighty, I could hardly travel. Look at the mess I've made with sprayer. In fact, one place and another, I could hardly pull uphill. It was just scratting. So, but yeah, quite pleased with that actually. As I get into the field though, it's getting worse and worse, but there is a crop. I don't know how much you can see, it might be a totally waste of time this video. It's just that, isn't it? Bloody farmer from East Yorkshire wondering about it. Fuck.